What's up, you little buddy lovers? This is the Fish Fry, where I give you the lowdown on the next Salmon Run stages, with weapon benefits, stage strategies, and general tips for maximizing your potential with Grisco. This is for the stage rotation that's happening on October 8th, and it's being held at Sockeye Station. The Salmon Run features the weapons, the Tri-Slosher, the Splat Brella, the Splattershot Pro, and the Tri-Stringer. One thing to note about Sockeye Station is that the space in between the tower and the two other higher platforms cannot be jumped to. So that means we will have to get down to the level of the salmonids. So try to paint as many walls as you can. This will give you as many movement opportunities as possible. And painting both top and bottom of the spiral tower is helpful. And during a high tide, all of the side walls can help give you a little bit of an exit strategy. You're going to find yourself with tunnel vision, and painting walls is going to take you away from getting away quicker. And try to make it natural during matches to paint more than just your stream. Also, this weapon composition eats up a lot of ink, so don't be afraid of activating a special just to get your ink top back off. And utilize that tower for both confusing salmonids and for providing support. You may find yourself just trying to survive at the end of this one, and knowing how your weapon works will definitely help you get away. And if you find yourself during glowflies, try to refrain from standing here on the corner. If you stand at this location about halfway to 3/4 up, you'll find a little bit more success and a better scattering of eggs. And if someone gets bumped off while they're being targeted, it's the farthest away location for the salmonids to go, giving you a larger window to make a run for it. There's also the potential for an egg getting stuck in the wall that you can collect after getting bumped. And as long as more of those walls are painted, it's less time spent trying to paint those walls during an occurrence. And here's some more boss salmonid tips. Everyone knows that you can jump onto a salmon lid, but if you get in the right location on a platform, you can just swim right up it. And for Moz, you don't always have to throw the bomb at the ground. If you time it right, it'll go right into his mouth. And use walls when dealing with flyfish. They'll give you a little extra time to get some ink back up and get that splat. And when you climb up a fish stick, all of the enemies that don't target one specific player will go after everybody else. So use that moment to see if you need to be support or if you need to activate a special. And try to normalize wall jumping off that tower wall facing the basket. It does give you extra range for these weapons, and it gives you enough ink to toss an egg. And you can throw an egg from the shoreline to the top of the tower. So utilize that when you're trying to collect more than one egg from the shoreline. And on low tide, remember to use your corners and these platforms. They're really helpful for popping in, getting an egg, and tossing it back, or just aggroing the lessers, giving other players opportunities to get splats on bosses. And during a twister wave, these platforms are also really useful for opening up that egg chest and trolling the salmonids while you just move eggs. Alright, let's get into the weapons of this salmon run. The first weapon of this rotation is the Tri-Slosher. The Tri-Slosher has a wide arc of attack, but its range doesn't go that far, so make sure if you're dealing with lessers that you aim slightly above them. That way it causes massive damage to what's in front and below whatever you're trying to aim at. And since we're on Sockeye Station, try to utilize the height of the tower. It helps getting just a little extra range onto the Tri-Slosher. This weapon does great with close quarters combat. Keeping your distance will help you stay without a splat. The next weapon of this salmon run is the Splat Brella. The Splat Brella has some amazing damage output. And with its wide spread, it can take out stingers in a pinch. And since you're already so close to the shoreline when dealing with a stinger, remember to open up your Brella and use it as a melee attack. If you time it right, you can open up your Brella without sending it, and this can splat chum and small fry. So instead of trying to bounce between targets, just open up your Brella and take out a mass. Since this does not splat cohawks, remember that you're going to get bounced by them. And the Brella really eats up ink, so make sure you time your attacks. So make sure you utilize the Brella to not end up with a wrap. The third weapon of this rotation is the Splattershot Pro. The Splattershot Pro packs a wallop at a distance, but keep in mind, it eats up ink real fast. So with the Splattershot Pro, it helps to play aggressively, but just keeping your ink in mind. The last weapon of this rotation is the Tri-Stringer. The Tri-Stringer is a mixed bag. A fully charged shot launches exploding bolts, which can cause splash damage, but its fire rate is just awkward enough that it's not as good as the reflex on splatting lessers. Swimming then jumping to do a vertical shot works really well on painting walls so that you can get a little bit more better mobility out of the weapon. You may want to raise your sensitivity on your controller, that way you can quickly do a 180 throw a bomb behind you. And a fully charged shot can cause massive damage, but keep in mind you have to connect all the bolts to do that full damage. So more than any weapon, make sure you play defensively and move through the map, providing support and finding opportunity to take out bosses. Sometimes it's better to think that your bomb is your main weapon, and the Tri-Stringer is your sub. But don't sleep on this weapon's range. It can cause a lot of damage at a distance. This rotation might come down to how well the Tri-Stringer player can perform, so make sure you can provide that proper support that your teammates need. And remember that the fish fry comes out before the stage rotation, so if you want to catch these updates when they're hot and fresh, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. And if you want other fellow Grisco employees to receive these tips, make sure you like and share the video. Bye-bye!
Yeah.